Hello, 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 folks. Welcome to the Hello World Podcasting with Magdalena. How is everybody doing? Listen, I just wanted to welcome everybody. Thanks for tuning in and welcome to my podcasting. And for those who are new, listen, I just wanted to welcome you and just let you know that, my podcasting, Hello World Podcasting with Magdalena is about, personal growth, mastering ourselves and trying to figure out who the heck we are in this process. And in the meantime, using actually astrology for the personal and collective guidance. Okay, folks, let me just kind of go before into the astrology, the transiting, where the planets are right now, before I do the podcasting. So we have right now, excuse me, Sun in Libra, Moon is in Capricorn, Mercury is in Scorpio. Ooh, that's intense. Venus and Mars are in Libra. That is nice, guys. That's very nice, loving and, lovey-dovey. Jupiter is in Sagittarius, Saturn in Capricorn, Uranus retrograde in Taurus. That's intense. Neptune retrograde in Pisces. Pluto is in Capricorn. Chiron is in Aries. That's pretty edgy, actually. True North Node in Cancer, also retrograde, and Lilith retro in Pisces. So there's a lot of wounding going on, obviously. Actually, I love the Venus and Mars being in Libra. That's very nice and smooth, harmonious kind of dance going on. And Mercury in Scorpio, sharp. So don't get surprised if you get kind of, immediately down the road, bang, bang, bang. Because the Scorpio is very detailed and, specific. Very nice, guys. Okay, for those who are actually following me for quite a bit, I just have to let you know, I had a great trip in Europe. It was actually amazing. It was less hot than here in Florida. So it was nice for the change. And I was pretty excited actually. The first weekend I went camping with my son and his family and my grandson. And we had such a great time camping. I loved it to sleep in the tent and wake up in the morning, smelling the frosty wet mist grass and the trees around. It was just beautiful. So I really enjoyed it. I had actually also some less enjoyable moments watching the news and what's really going on in Europe. I kind of got caught a little emotionally, because, we are dealing with unbelievable challenges here in the United States and, seeing what's really going on in Europe too. It just look like heart-wrenching, very painful. I felt that, there were two topics that were constantly blurred through the media, and one was about the climate, and the second one was about the refugees. And I will tell you this: neither one was good. It was very nice to have possibilities to talk with people and, ask them for their opinion of what they think, what is really going on. And most of them were very frustrated that the way the climate is getting presented, and most of them are frustrated that somebody who is only 16 years and the way is getting presented is just totally ridiculous. So anyway, so folks, if this something doesn't resonate with you, it's fine. This is just my personal opinion and my experience and conversation with other people. So there's nothing I can do about the way people are thinking, including myself. We all have a right to have an opinion, and then share and just, go from there. I mean, it is what it is. And another thing is what was very sad is that, Italy opened up again the refugee um, intake, and then they were taking those refugees and they were trying to force, on that other countries have to take them, should be, distributed in the other countries, and those countries who are not willing to take refugees, they would have to pay fine, which I found very disturbing. I have to be honest on that, because let's just face it, we are all facing challenges, and the politicians or whoever is making these decisions, they're just kind of going around and doing those pressuring on people, all those laws and everything else. It's look like what was the biggest unbelievable for me was that those refugees are getting actually cards with money, and they are getting free housing, they are getting free health care. Yet here we have those, how many of us, they have to have 2 or 3 jobs and to be able to pay for our needs. Some of us are not even able to go retired because the money will not hold enough. And yet some people are just coming in and getting paid for everything. So whoever is doing it, whatever is happening, it is pretty sad, because let's just face it, if you really wanted to go into the truth, you may be surprised what will come to the surface. So it's not all truth what we've been told. So that's pretty sad, and people are getting punished for that. Just recognizing that, how much we have to struggle in these unbelievable difficult times. So that's pretty sad. I cannot talk about people who are more fortunate, but I think they will end up to be kind of stripped about many things also. So it's very challenging situation. And I was kind of trying to question this. Is this anything what we could do? But then with a lot of discussion with people and thinking myself, you recognize this is actually just the way the game is getting played. Hate to use that statement right now, but here we are right now in Libra, and Libra is actually the scale, so we are seeing the opposition, the duality forces here, what's really going on, and having actually, look, like I said, Chiron in the Aries. We are really kind of getting hit right now with those unresolved issue, and the Uranus in Taurus is saying, it's frustrating. And then the true north in Cancer is saying, no more. I remember this from the past. Don't do this anymore on me. And the Lilith said, being retrograde in Pisces, she said, oh, hold on, we have still leftover residues, guys, here. I'm just kind of playing with you guys, so just give you an idea. When you try to kind of understand from the astrological point of view what is really going on, it can be very, very, very interesting. But again, the stage is played on so many levels, and when you are not understanding the entire story, what is really going on, we can kind of get caught in the details, actually. But if you go really into the deeper picture and recognize it, what's really going on, then you are recognizing that there are a lot of deep players here involved. And they are not willing to give up the force. So, we are dealing here with the dualistic forces. One side has to play a victim, the other side has to play a bad guy. So, here it is. On what side are we? Are we trying to play the rescuer? Are we trying to play the hero? Or are we the one who is the bad guy? And playing the naughty side of the game. But either way, it is pretty intense. But in reality, another thing what I was realizing is that as I was kind of watching this whole climate scenario, it's really getting played, folks. It's really getting played. Holy crap. It's unbelievable. On the level is that really there's so much thing going on, so much stuff is getting represented that it does not make sense, that it just blows your mind. Okay? It just blows your mind, because I was actually listening to somebody and they were talking about, well, listen, nobody is talking about Fukushima. Nobody's, and all the radiation is going in the ocean. Nobody's talking about 5G. Here we are. Nobody's giving up the phones. And who is behind this little girl, 16-year-old girl, and kids are not going to the school Fridays. I mean, I was listening to somebody over there in Germany, and they were sharing the story that, kids don't want to go into school, and on Friday, so they will, go. They wanted to go to repeat the class on Saturday. But guess what? Don't you think that teachers have also families and everything else to do on Saturday? So it's just madness, craziness, but that's the game that is right now played. And let's see how far or what direction we are going to go. I think this will end up to be a very interesting until we hit the Scorpio. Because the Scorpio will actually challenge and say, holy crap, no. Let's become wise here and make different decisions. So, look, like I said, right now, in this whole scenario, the best thing what I love about is Libra, Venus in Libra and Mars in Libra. So, what we can do in this here is maybe, create our own experience and not get caught so much in this global drama. Even though it's important to know what's really going on, I always say that. But sometimes we can actually get maybe too much involved and forget our personal experience, and to make sense of what we are going through right now. So, as I am saying, try to nurture your own relationship. I think this Mars-Venus is also very much supporting actually the Capricorn and the Cancer energy. There is huge battle still going on between the old Capricorn and, stubborn authoritarian energy, not respecting the female. Yet on the other side, this wise crone energy of the Cancer says, don't believe that. Because trust me, I am as powerful as you are, and even more. And I'm really looking for folks for the 2020, because I think for those who are listening for quite a bit, for my listening to my podcast, I've been saying that what I really believe that the 2020 will be a incredible shift in the balance between the mother-father energy and the male-female energy. I think it will end up to be in the nature, in the collective, us in our